Lesson 3-8, applying equations and inequalities. And in this lesson, you learn to solve verbal problems by translating them into equations and inequalities, and to write verbal problems for equations and inequalities. Let's take a look at this example on world records. What takes 400 pounds of butter, 500 volunteers, and 3 blocks of tables? The world's biggest breakfast, of course. In Springfield, Massachusetts, and Battle Creek, Michigan, they compete every year to serve the world's largest pancake breakfast. 66,344 people were served 132,688 pancakes in 2 hours in Springfield. Okay, so you have 66,344 people ate 132,688 pancakes in 2 hours. Each person was served the same number of pancake. Okay, so how many pancakes were served to each person? So this is a good example on how to apply what we just learned into a word problem. Okay, just like anything else, when you talk about a word problem, we can use the 4-step plan. And the 4-step plan we already know. Okay, how many pancakes were served to how many people? We want to find out how many pancakes each person had. So how do we plan to solve this? We first translate the words into an equation. Again, just like any word problem, we create a let statement. Let P represent the number of pancakes served per person, and that's what the problem is asking. Okay, the number of pancakes served per person. So let's translate the words into an equation. You have the number of people served, which is 66,344, multiplied by the number of pancakes per person, which is P, is equal to, okay, total number of pancakes, which is 132,688. If we write our equation right here, okay, we have 66,344p is equal to 132,688. And in trying to solve for p, we divide both sides by 66,344, and we end up with, okay, a number which is 2. Okay, so if each of the 66,344 people were served 2 pancakes, 66,344 times 2 will be equal to 132,688 pancakes. Okay, the answer checks out. Okay, so that's how we apply a word problem into an equation. Let's try an inequality in example 1. Okay, so in example 1, Special Olympics athlete Andy Leonard is one of the few American athletes who can lift up to 4 times his own body weight. The most weight he has lifted is 385 pounds. What is his body weight rounded to the nearest whole number? Okay, so what do we know? We know that Mr. Leonard's maximum lift is 385 pounds, which is up to 4 times his weight. Okay, first, to be able to plan in solving this problem, we need to estimate by rounding. Okay, 400 divided by 4 is around 100 pounds. Okay, and then we translate the words into an inequality. Again, we start off with a let statement. Let W represent Mr. Leonard's body weight. Okay, so using that let statement, we can now translate our word problem into an equation. Okay, lifting weight, his lifting weight is 300. Okay, is less than or equal to. Why? Because the word at most, okay, or the most, tells us it's less than or equal to 4 times his own body weight, which is 4W. Okay, now we have the inequality 385 divided by less than or equal to 4W. To be able to solve for W, we simply divide both sides by 4. Okay, and dividing both sides by 4 will give us 96.25 is less than or equal to W. Okay, so with that, compared to the estimate, which is around 100, the answers appears to be reasonable. Therefore, Mr. Leonard's body weight is around 96 pounds or less because of that inequality, less than or equal to. Okay, and that's how we use that. Uh, we use inequalities to solve this word problem. Let's take a look at the last example, and that is example number 2. Many types of situations can be represented using an equation. And in this case, we want to write a realistic problem that can be solved using the equation 25x equals 325. There are a lot of ways you can do this. Okay, endless number of possible situations that this equation could describe. This is just one of them. A pep band went on a trip to an amusement park. Admission was $25 per person. Okay, if the total price of admission was $325, how many people went to the park? And if you notice, if we had this uh, word problem to begin with, our let statement would be let x be the number of people who went to the park. Okay, and this is just of one possible uh, scenario that this equation will work. Okay, and that's it. End of the lesson. The what we need to do. Okay, on Google Forms or my Big Campus, type a summary of what you've learned by responding to the objectives of the lesson. Type a question you may want to ask in class about this lesson. Thank you.